Because of All In for Youth, I feel more supported in my endeavors and my strive for success.
I'd say All In for Youth is important because it can help make that connection with the students like no one can. You can get that real personal connection, and from there like build a relationship and really eliminate barriers if there are any. Because the focus is graduation. But if a student has like XYZ problems, it's going to be very difficult.
So I don't live with my parents. It's a long story, but they basically don't accept the fact that I'm trans, and so I had to leave to be myself. It was really, really hard to even get out of bed and fulfill my basic needs. Again, without your parents there, you kind of fall apart, and add in a little bit of mental health problems, or in this case, a healthy heaping spoonful. You can really fall apart and become basically non-functioning. And it was really hard to, pull myself up and build the skills and figure out how to live basically as an adult a couple years before I officially became one.
I think initially it was just sort of a check-in and just hearing a bit of the story and just seeing what areas AIFY could support with. Ashley's incredibly independent, so it was more just around what areas can I help fill in the gaps kind of thing. So I think the big thing we're still looking at is employment. Yeah. But other things have popped up here and there, and I think sometimes we just like to come in and chat and just check in and have another supportive adult in the school.
General mental health support, navigating school, you're able to send emails to people and get responses, whereas if a student was doing it, you're less likely to get in touch with important people in the school's area of influence.
Advocacy would be a big part, yeah.
And then just general mental health support. We text each other occasionally when we need to. So I'll be I'm having a bad day, this is what's happening. And then I'll come by during lunch or even during class and talk about it, get some mental health support in that regard. Or a lot of the times I'll be walking by and his door will be open and I'll just drop by, say hi.
It helps that I have snacks in my office.
I have a lot of adults in my life that were the exact opposite of supportive and caring. Tom is a very easy person to talk to, and he's very forthcoming. He comes across as a person and not as an authority figure. It's very peer-to-peer. School's been a special place for me. I enjoy being there, which is why I show up every day. And also the community that school brings and the learning environment has always been that place for me, and it's comforting in that way, it's familiar. Interacting with Tom and being in a closer relationship with him, being friends, definitely makes me feel like I have a safety net. If something goes wrong, I have someone, another person to lean on. The more people you have help pushing you up that wall and helping you surmount your odds, the easier it is and the more secure you feel while doing it. I've deeply contemplated suicide before, but the one thing that held me back was that, it can get better, and if I push, it will get better. And having other people help push with you really alleviates that mental stress, that uncertainty of the future.